So a little bit about me, how I got introduced to the X39 patch. My friend Max Stamper, who's going to share next, uh, was having some problems. He had some good results, which he'll be telling you about. And so they gave the patches to my wife. And when I first looked at it, I'm like, what is this stupid little sticker going to do for me? This is ridiculous. But when I heard about his results, I said, okay, I'll try it. And the reason my wife first wanted me to try it is because part of her sleep issues were that I would snore all the time. So, um, so I started wearing the patch, and lo and behold, my snoring, you know, slowed down so that we could finally sleep in the same room together because she used to leave the room because I would snore so loud. And I also had back problems for over 20 years. When I was young, I was an athlete, I was a bodybuilder, I was a wrestler, very strong. When I had my first son, they used to have those baby carriages. And one day I bent over to put him in the car seat and my back went out on me. And ever since then, for about 20 years, at least 2 or 3 times a year, my back would go out and I would have to, be on the couch or lay in bed for days. I was unable to work, unable to be active with my kids. So I feel like my kids really never not got to know the active guy that I was. They always just knew the dad that was, oh, sorry, son, I can't do that. My back might go out. Oh, sorry, I can't help you with this. My back might go out. So it's just very poor quality of life. But after wearing the X39 patches, I really didn't feel any change in my back. But in 3 months into it, I was like, wow, you know what? My back hasn't gone out in 3 months. This is amazing. Okay. Let me go do something that would normally trigger my back to go out and see if something's really happening. So I went out to do some yard work. My wife was holding her breath, like, oh my goodness, what's going to happen? So lo and behold, I did the yard work. My back didn't go out. So I said, hey, you know what? Let me get back into the gym because usually I would start feeling good. I'd go back into the gym and my back would go out. So I went back into the gym. I started working out and just feeling great. I'm 56 years old. I feel like I'm in some of the best physical shape of my life. My back hasn't gone out in 2.5 years. When I do get a little tweak, it recovers much quicker than it has in the past. So that's my testimony about what it's done for me. And as far as the financial testimony, my wife, when she first got involved, she's like, "Oh, I'm not interested at all in the business. I'm not interested at all in sharing these patches." But once she started seeing the results, we just couldn't shut her up about the patches. So she would start sharing the patches, and one day she's like, "Hey, honey, I got a $20 commission check." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. If you get one of those every week, you'll pay for your patches. That's nice." And then, a few weeks down the road, "Hey, honey, I got a $100 commission check." "Wow, honey, that's great. If you do that, every week, it'll be 5 grand a year." And little by little, it just kept increasing, increasing, increasing. And right now, she's averaging around $900 a week, which is like 46 grand a year, which isn't too shabby for just sharing patches and doing a couple of Zooms a week. So that's a little bit about the testimony that I have. But thank you all for listening, and I'll throw it over to the mighty Max Stamper.